It's that time again, another Wednesday, the 16th of October. Isn't it going fast? Halfway through the month. Clocks change at the end of this month. Where is the time going? Here we go again. It's another midweek message. Well, what we've got 8 degrees, which is, 46 I think it said. 94% humidity, 10-13 millibars. It's a bit chilly today, to be honest. Temperature's not too bad, but the flag is blowing from the east. The wind is from the east. Now, that's not always a good sign. I say temperature's not too bad. It's 20 degrees in here, in the high-tech air-conditioned studio. Actually, it's not air-conditioned. We need a heater in here. I put the Isle of Wight video on rants.info, and I'm surprised, under videos, if you go there, how many of you have looked at it. I haven't mentioned it yet. I was going to mention it on Sunday, but it wasn't ready. I haven't mentioned it, and everyone seems to have found it. Well, a lot of you have found it already. And what is surprising is the messages and emails I've had, how many of you loved it. To be honest, I thought it was a bit boring, but apparently it's not boring, so that's good. Have a look, rants.info on the video page. If you go to the photos page, you will see a photo from Joan and one from Susan. Thank you both. I've been moaning, haven't I? Do I moan? No, I never moan. I've been mentioning that no one sent me any bad architecture type photographs. Well, thank you, Susan, and thank you, Joan. They're on the website, rants.info, under photographs, and they are horrendous. Well, not your photographs. No, they're nice. The buildings, absolutely horrendous. I thought my fan heater one was bad enough. But do go and have a look. I don't know who on earth designed that rubbish. They really are horrendous. One is here in Leeds in the UK and the other one is in California. You'll have a laugh, honestly. I just don't understand. Anyway, I won't go into that. I'm never going to understand architects, modern day architects. I think they're mad. Just going back to the Isle of Wight video. Basically, it's a video of going down on the chairlift. Not me. I don't go on chairlifts. It's a video of the Needles, the Isle of Wight Needles, the lighthouse at the end there, going down the tunnel, which leads out to a search light and a lookout sort of station, which is quite interesting. It's just little bits and pieces around the Isle of Wight. Haven Street Railway with the steam engines. Now, it's about 12 minutes long, the video, and so many people have said, can't you make it about half an hour long? Well, I could. I've got loads, well, I've probably got hundreds of photos that we've taken over all the different times we've been to the Isle of Wight, but I didn't think anyone would be interested, to be honest. I did start a video of my hometown, and several of you said, oh, that would be lovely. Let me know when that's finished. Well, that was about 2 years ago, and it's not finished, but I'm going to go downtown, do some more videoing, and I'll finish the video off. You see, my problem is what I think is boring. Because I live here, it's boring. Who wants to see down the town? Well, that's the wrong attitude. Just because I don't find it interesting, probably because I've lived here for too long. Other people, especially abroad. A lot of the emails I've had are from America, Australia, Spain, France. A lot of people haven't been to the UK. A lot of people haven't been to the Isle of Wight. So there is that interest. Anyway, enough waffling about that. There's been a lot of talk about drugs recently in the UK. No, not that sort of drug. Things you get from the doctor. People are having a pill for this and a pill for that and a tablet for this and a tablet for that. And they've been thinking about this, whoever they are. Who are they? It's always they, isn't it? They've reduced the speed limit. They've done this, they've done that. Anyway, they have decided or started to talk about people taking lots of tablets. You might be taking 5, 10, some people take more than 10 every day. And the interaction between tablets isn't very good. And there's been quite some discussion here in the UK about this. Should doctors go through people's tablets and have a look and see exactly what they're taking? And are they really necessary? Back in the old days, here we go, in the 50s, when I was a boy, in the not the 1850s, happy days, in the 1950s, 1960s, doctors used to give Disprin. No matter what, it seemed that no matter what, you go with a broken leg. Disprin, stay in bed for a couple of days. Disprin is dissolvable aspirin, as in dissolvable aspirin. It's good, isn't it? Disprin. And they prescribe Disprin for almost everything. You go in there with a sore throat. Actually, I've got a bit of a sore throat. It's because I've been talking too much. I've been talking to a friend on the radio non-stop for the last 2 hours. And whatever you go to the doctor for, sore throat, headache, anything, the doctor would always say to my mother when I was a child, give him Disprin and get him into bed for a day. He'll be fine. I don't know whether we can still get Disprin, but that's the only kind of tablet anyone ever took, Disprin. There were other tablets, of course, but these days it seems you have to have a tablet for your problem, then another tablet to counteract the problem that the first tablet causes, might be indigestion, and then you have to have another tablet because the second tablet, which stops the indigestion, gives you headaches. So you have another one for headaches, and you end up with this concoction. Now, I've got several tablets that I take. What have I got? 3, I think it is. Yes, 3 tablets every day. And recently the doctor changed one of them. He said, no, you don't want to be on that. You want to be on this. Okay, we'll go with that. And I started having a headache, well, kind of a back of my head and neck ache down the right-hand side. Every night. I take the tablets every night. About half an hour after I've taken the tablets, I get this headache. And I'm now going through the 3 of them. I stopped all of them. Headache disappeared. I took one evening, no headache. I tried the second one, no headache. Tonight I'm going to try the third one. If I don't get a headache, then it is because of the combination of all 3 interacting somehow. I don't think all these tablets are good. What do you think about that? You're probably thinking, what are you on about? Tablets. Raise rants at protonmail.com. I'm going to have a tablet for my sore throat. Now, actually, I think a drink of water would fix that. But what do you think? Are you on a lot of tablets? There was a chap that I knew, he reckoned he was on 20 tablets a day. He'd had heart attacks and all sorts of serious problems. And he said that he reckoned half the tablets he was on were to counteract the bad effects that the other half that he was on. I don't know. I don't think any of it's a good idea. 2 of my tablets are for enlarged prostate, which is nothing. It's not cancer or anything, just enlarged prostate. Apparently, is it 75% of men over the age of 70 have an enlarged prostate? So I'm one of those 75%. Doesn't matter, it's fine. And what's the third tablet? I can't remember. Oh, I know. The third tablet is for my aching knee, which I don't have to. I have been taking every night, but I shouldn't do that. So I shall probably stop that one because it doesn't ache. There again, it probably doesn't ache because I'm taking the tablet for the aching knee. I don't like all these drugs, do you? If I've got a headache, I don't take pills. I don't take aspirin or codeine, what is it, ibuprofen and all this nonsense. I don't take any tablets unless it is severe. Then I'll take a tablet. Of course, in the old days, people used to use herbs, didn't they? There was a programme about that I saw recently. Hope I'm not boring you with all this. Where these old wives' tales, you know, you want to eat a bit of this, you want a little bit of this in a dish mixed with some of this, bit of lark's vomit, tail of a rat and all this stuff all mixed up. Take that and that'll cure everything. There is something, not lark's vomit, obviously, in rat's tails, but there is something definitely in plants and all these other things. There's something in leaves, stems, roots, and it works. Who remembers Disprin? Do you remember that? Was it just in the UK we had Disprin, or what did you have abroad? Did you have Disprin? Probably made by some massive pharmaceutical, I can't say it, chemical company. Pharmaceutical, isn't it? Massive pharmaceutical company, and they make all these different tablets, and they make millions of pounds out of it all. My mother went to the doctor a while ago. I can't remember what it was for. And he looked on the computer screen and he said, why are you on this drug, whatever it was? She said, well, I don't know. Doctor told me, because you can't have one doctor these days. Every time you go, it's a different doctor. That's what I was put on. I was put on that 3 years ago, she said. And he said, you shouldn't be on that. Oh, I'll take you off that straight away. You don't want to be on that. 3 years? No, that's no good at all. Well, a doctor prescribed it. What is going on? You might as well go to a witch doctor. I don't know which one. Doctor Who? Possibly. Sorry about that. In the old days, the old ladies would look at someone and say, he looks a bit liverish. Whatever liverish is. What's liverish? Do you remember Andrew's, was it Andrew's liver salts? What did that do? Milk of magnesia, that worked for indigestion. Going back to the 1800s, some of the drugs had arsenic in them. Arsenic, can you believe it? Only a small amount, obviously. Doctor didn't want to kill you. And they had all sorts of dreadful poisons in them. I don't know, it's all rather strange. My grandmother, my mother's mother, she's gone now, bless her, what was she, 97 or something? She was never ill. My mum was telling me this the other day. She was never ill. lived till she was 97, hugely overweight, which wasn't good, obviously no one wants to be hugely overweight. Never went to the doctor, never took any tablets. She would eat whatever she fancied. Back then, of course, she didn't eat piles of chocolate and cake and all the sugary bad things. She'd never went to the doctor because she was never ill. Now, there's got to be something in that. She didn't smoke. She didn't drink. Well, she'd have a glass of port and lemon at Christmas, which is rather nice. Or a Stone's ginger wine at Christmas. Wonderful. Talking about drugs and illnesses and doctors is a nice change, isn't it? I usually ramble on about the English language and spelling and grammar, syntax, punctuation, so I can bore you this time with drugs. Anyway, there we are. Oh, talking of the English language, do you remember I was going on about lay and lie? I'm going to have a lie-in tomorrow morning. I'm going to have a lay-in tomorrow morning. I can never remember. Thank you to my son in North Carolina for the link. All about lay and lie. Did he lay or did he lie? Thank you for that. I shall study that. As he said, he reads all that, gets it in his head and then forgets. I do that. I've been told 100 million times about lay and lie and all this business. Then I forget. Not to worry. What should we talk about Sunday? Any ideas? Raise rants at protonmail.com. Wonder why I've got this sore. It's not a sore throat. I think I just need a drink of something, some water perhaps. I've been rabbiting for hours. Let me know if you have any ideas. Have I got any notes here? I don't know. I've no idea. Look, what have I got here? All sorts of notes. None of them make any sense. Oh yes, this does. Chale in the east to Freshwater Bay in the west. That's when I drove along the military road on the Isle of Wight. Do have a look at the video. raiserants.info on the video page. You'll see it there. And also have a look at the photos on the photos page of dreadful architecture. I shall leave you in peace. Be good. Be bad, don't get caught. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I'm now going back to my keyboard that I got the other day. Not a typewriter keyboard, a piano type keyboard. I've got to sort out some chords. D major, D minor, C major, C minor and all this stuff. A major. Many years ago I had piano lessons. Sorry, I'm rambling on again. I've thoroughly enjoyed your company. Take care. Thanks for listening. Bye bye for now.